How about them Cowboys? Well, first, let's start off with the Eagles. The Eagles are a team that play very well against the run. They give up a lot of big plays in the second. The secondary is pretty decimated. The Dallas Cowboys are at home. They've lost 3 in a row. I think the Dallas Cowboys are the better football team. I think they have more talent defensively. I think they have a lot of weapons offensively. I think with Amari Cooper not playing, Randall Cobb possibly not playing, and I'm saying Amari Cooper's not. He might not play. He's not sure if he's going to play.
I don't think Randall Cobb's going to play, but go ahead.
I say he's not going to play either. What the Cowboys need to do is, when I think about the Dallas Cowboys, let's go back to year 1 when Zeke and Dak came at the same time. Run the football. That's what they need to do. Run the football. Don't be fancy. And I saw the game last week when they played the Jets. To me, Zeke looked like Zeke. Zeke made some really tough runs, some really good catches, some good routes. So to me, this football game, I know Dallas has lost 3 in a row, but I don't see them losing at home against the Eagles. To me, the Eagles are really a battle-tested team. The Eagles be like, hey, we lose, fine. We got to get them in. We'll get them in Philly next time. But I think the Dallas Cowboys win this football game.
Wait a second. Eric Dickerson just picked the Dallas Cowboys?
I got to call like us. You think I want to pick the Cowboys? You think I want to pick the Cowboys? I don't want to.
You're a secret Cowboys.
Come on, Texas.
I've always said that.
I got to call like I see it. I don't want to.
Sealy right down the road from Dallas, ain't it?
Yeah.
What?
No,
it's from Houston. Houston.
But you ain't never liked the Oilers, though.
I like Earl Campbell.
I'm taking the Eagles. Both teams have injury issues. Both teams' defenses have not lived up to expectations. I thought Philly's defense would be a lot better. I think everybody thought the Cowboys' defense would be better considering how well they played last year. I thought they had the best combo of linebackers with Jalen Smith and Vander Esch tackling Dutchman. I thought they had the 2 best middle linebackers in football. Defensive line with D-Law and then the addition of Robert Quinn. I'm like, man, they're going to be something special. They had Byron Jones in the secondary who finally found a position, because I thought they played him out of position. You had him at safety, strong and free. They moved him to the corner, and he found the home, made the Pro Bowl. So I think that defense has not played up to expectations. Offensively, they've been good the first 3 weeks, but they played no one. That's what I try to tell you.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they ain't played nobody.
Oh,
my quarterback.
Quarterback rating?
I love my quarterback. QBR through the roof. Can't even measure quarterback rating, so they can't measure it.
Well, it's number 1 in pro football.
It won't be after this week. Okay. It won't be after this week. How about that?
You got a 3-game start.
Yeah, after this week, in the 2. The question is, for me, I believe this game is going to come down to turnovers. All turnovers are not created equal. When you turn the ball over, where you turn the ball over at matters. I believe the Eagles will coax 1 turnover, at least 1 out of Dak late in the ball game, and that will be the difference in the ball game. I believe it's going to be a lot of points scored, but I believe it'll be close. I'm going to take the Eagles 30-27 over the Cowboys at home.
So what gives me heart is that this Hall of Famer picked my team.
Bad luck.
What also gives me heart is that the Rambassadors team is also reeling. It's lost 3 straight games. And I still think it's a pretty good team. I think it could be a very good team. Although your team just said, okay, we've seen enough. Let's go get Jalen Ramsey. Yeah. Okay? My team just says, man, we just keep doing what we do, right? We just say, yeah, keep clapping.
Ain't nobody shaking hands. They walk on the field, they don't even shake the coach's hand.
But what gives me heart is the Rams lost at home to Jameis Winston, 55-40.
Y'all lost to New York.
Okay, I got it, but I'm trying to put this in perspective. And you just got cleaned out at home by your division rival, right?
49's a good team.
27, they're a very good team.
I agree.
But it looked like a mismatch. It just looks like what they do best, you do worst, right?
I agree with that. Are we talking about the Rams?
Okay, well, I'm just trying to keep this in perspective because my team, my offense is ranked 1st in Pro Football Focus. Yours is ranked 20th. So again, I appreciate this because you're acknowledging that we still have some firepower there that has not manifested itself.
Yeah, so that should make you disappointed.
Okay, it doesn't make me disappointed. It horrifies me because in the end, the reason it's hard for me to dredge up any real emotion about this game, any true faith in my team, is because they have shown me next to nothing. They beat 3 nobodies. I'll give you that. And then they lost 3 straight games, and in the last 2, they fell behind 31-3 at home and 21-3 to a team that had lost all 4 of its games at the Jets. those are really bad signs.
Really
you can
bad.
say that the Jameis game was a really bad sign for your team, but there's something wrong because the truth is both of our teams have fallen backward across that fine line between winning and losing in the National Football League.
Yep.
And I even think your team eye tests better than my team because my team has looked lifeless on defense the last 3 weeks.
Especially the first half.
Not 2 weeks, but they have looked without energy, without motivation, without any urgency. They look like deadheaded. They look like they don't even show up. And so it's hard to say, oh, just go flip the switch because here come the Eagles.
Have you not seen your offense in the last 3 weeks? You got 9 points in the first half. 9.
Okay, but again, that won't lose the game. If you fall behind 31-3, it's hard for my quarterback to throw you out of a hole.
But you got to score.
Okay.
Y'all scored 9 points in 3 games in the first half.
I told you, he threw a really nice pass to Amari Cooper, and it hit him right here, and he muffed it right into an interception.
Stop saying
it changed the game.
Stop saying he hit it right there.
Game.
He hit it right here like this here.
Okay, so I keep telling Shannon, I loved my defense coming into the year. Not one player on my entire defense has lived up to my expectations.
Nope.
Not one where I say, well, at least he's a bright spot. DeMarcus Lawrence got $100 million in the offseason, and now I call him Marcus Lawrence because there's no D over there, right? There's none.
Yeah.
He just disappears. I guess we could call him D as in disappearing Lawrence, right?
Well, didn't he have shoulder surgery?
Yeah, he did. And he's had knick-knack injuries, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. So to your point, again, decimation, I've lost 2 corners who are not going to play in this game, and I don't even care because they've been so bad back there anyway.
It wasn't like they would do anything
Well,
anyway.
they didn't do it in no way, but the big thing is y'all getting your offensive tackles back. You getting your offensive
I
line
think,
back.
They might.
and I'm not sure about
I'm bullying them. I'm a bull on the first time, and if they can hold up, I'm going to run around the edge.
Don't get them back. The way that they ran the football last week against the Jets, and the Jets, they played some good defense. I'll say this, and the Cowboys, to me, have always been a running football team. But when you fall behind...
Okay, I got it. But look, you say the recipe is just hand it to 21 and let him
you always said that was your thing.
Okay, look, the point is, the Eagles are number 1 against the run. So you're going to say, let's fix it. Let's give it to 21 40 times. Let's go Eric Dickerson on him.
No, Skip, you can't. Skip, you got to have some balance because Dak works best off the play action. He still throws a very high completion percentage, and he gets a lot of his touchdowns off
so
play
help
action.
me out. If there's no Amari and no Randall Cobb, it's highly possible.
You're in trouble.
Okay, you're going to Gallup and who?
Well, let me ask you, so do you think the Cowboys going to win or lose? Are they going to win or lose? I'm going to take the Cowboys 27-24.
He took them.
27-24 Cowboys.
I'm just hanging in with my quarterback because my quarterback's been really good. He's been the lone bright spot no matter what he says.
No, he ain't.
The first 3 games, he was like, what did we tell him? They played the Giants, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. I think I could have went out there and looked pretty good in some of them games.
I'd have got at least 2 touchdowns. I might not have thrown 7 like he did, but I'd have got 2.
My quarterback nearly threw them out of 2 of the deepest holes you'll ever find yourself in.
Well, that's almost.
But it was close, and he threw for, like, the staggering yards he threw for against a really good. Okay, it's 323 in the second half. It's outrageous yards to throw against that secondary and that pass rush because they're really good in Green Bay. They're way better.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you can't swim. Mm-hmm. I throw your butt overboard. Then I come rescue you. What have I done? He threw him in the hole. He's talking about Dak almost brought him back out of a hole. He threw him in the hole.
He didn't throw him in the hole.
He threw 2 picks.
2 picks per half.
He deserved 1.
No, he deserved both of them. He got them.
But how do they go on the stats? It's a pick.
Okay, so it goes in the pick. Okay, so what am I hanging on to for dear life?
Cowboy
The Eagles haven't exactly set the world on fire.
They have not.
There you go.
Because they lost at home to Detroit. No real shame, but they lost at home. And then they went to Atlanta, and they should have won the game, but they should have been way ahead of Atlanta because Atlanta's no good.
Their defense is awful.
Okay? And then this past Sunday, they let Kirk Cousins annihilate and humiliate them. That's a bad sign. It should have been 41 points. It was 38 points that they scored. It was 38-20. They're coming off that thumping up in Minneapolis, that embarrassment.
Did you see who was AFC Offensive Player of the Week? Sam Darnold, courtesy of you guys.
Fine. So 50-50. We're both awful, right?
Okay, D.
All right. So here comes one awful against my awful, and at least it's at Jerry World, and at least your awful's coach, Dougie Prediction.
Yeah.
Dougie Prediction guaranteed we're going to go down there and win the football game.
That ain't what he
Man,
meant.
you know what, Skip? You always make me want to change my pick. You about to talk me out of my pick.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.